Welcome to Food and Fashion is My Passion. I'm your host, Angelique Inakos, and I would like to welcome you to today's episode. This episode is sponsored by, once again, Novastar Pharmacy, located at 301 East Girard Avenue in Philadelphia. They have special products that you're not going to find anywhere else. Besides being one-on-one, you're going to get that one-on-one care. They do have fantastic products. They even sell the caddies, the one that Gwyneth Paltrow wears and a lot of the celebrities. They have this toothpaste where you're not going to find anywhere else. And I've been using it for the past, I would say, a couple months now. And my teeth are, seriously, you have to try it. I can't even talk about it enough. And they also have the Gushle product that comes from Turkey. And just smell this, John. I mean, it's seriously, wow. Yes, it's rose. It's rose water. And all their products are all rose. And well, this is like a toner, so you put it on right after you cleanse your skin. And let me tell you something about their cleanser. It is a powder, so it comes out in a powder form, and all you do is put a little bit of, warm water, and it makes it pasty. And if you want it more, you put more water. If you want it more like foamy, I like the pasty because I do wear a lot of makeup. I've said that before. So the pasty for me, it just takes off all the makeup, and then I add, as you gradually add more water, it has these little beads, so it exfoliates. This is unbelievable, and the price point is you cannot go wrong. The problem is you're not going to find this anywhere in the United States.
Really?
No. Novastar Pharmacy, Philadelphia. You will find this product.
The Fishtown section.
Fishtown section. You're Brooklyn, of Philadelphia.
That's correct.
You will find this, and I'm telling you guys, I'm a makeup professional. I am a skincare professional. I worked at Saks Fifth Avenue in Apothecary. So I'm very, very familiar with brands, names, ingredients, chemicals. I am telling you.
Laura Mercier, you know them.
I worked for Laura Mercier. I worked for Dr. Strum. I'm telling you, this for their price point is really amazing. And I have been using that for about a month now. My skin does look fabulous.
And the pharmacist, isn't he really nice?
Oh, Andrea, he's really awesome. Yeah. Everybody there will just really, really take care of you. They actually care. I mean, that's the one thing I will say about this pharmacy.
Girl Dawn, right?
Dawn. Everybody in there, the whole staff is just amazing.
Yeah, I like her.
So please check out Novastar Pharmacy. If you're in the Philadelphia area, just swing on by over there. It's a small store, but it's filled with such goodies, filled with the best products that you will not find anywhere else. I promise you, you will not regret it. So they do sponsor us, and we're very grateful for that because we're not going to be able to do this much longer if we don't have sponsors. And the Philly Food Fanatic also sponsors us. So thank you very much. And the Philly Food Fanatic just celebrated his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, John.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. So
why don't you do it in the Marilyn Monroe?
I can't.
Like you did it last night.
I can't. No, stop. No, but happy birthday, John. And we're very grateful for you and your sponsorship to this podcast. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I do have some, we have a lot of things to cover today. I want to say first and foremost, I want to shoot out prayers for the Californians. These wildfires are really, listen, we have been through things that are like unimaginable, I think, in our generation.
I have relatives in Encino, very close relatives that I guess have evacuated.
It's just horrible. And, people, you hear people say, oh, they're celebrities, they have money.
They're still human beings.
They're human beings. They cannot replace what they've lost. No matter how much money you have, you cannot replace those memories, those things. Like, I can't imagine going with certain items that I have in my house that are so, like, I treasure, And I even heard on the news that a lot of these fireproof safes the fire went right through those too. So imagine.
Well, we have a fireproof safe.
Yeah, we do. But imagine the fire going right through it. And they said it was that hot. It was that.
You keep your passports in there. You keep your.
These people have nothing. So prayers go out, and the firefighters. Can you imagine? They were like, they didn't even have enough firefighters. They didn't have enough water. So God bless those people. I don't want to go too much into that. But I cannot
Our
start.
prayers are with you.
Our
That's the
prayers
bottom
are
line.
with you all
Very
you
much.
Californians, and even those that are not affected by the fire. It's just the worry that they're spreading so quickly. Like,
We had a relative. I have a
days.
relative who happened to be there, pretty close to the area. She said you can't imagine what it
it's
looks
hell on earth.
She
It's
said
horrible.
the videos and pictures don't do. You can't imagine what it looks like.
Yeah. So prayers to everyone out there in California, and let's just pray that these fires will stop somehow, and they can rebuild and get back to some sort of a
Normalcy.
life. Normalcy.
Yeah.
Yes. So I did want to start with that. I also wanted to say, and I don't want to start with like a downer. It's 2025, but I will say that my mom just recently had a stroke.
Yes.
So it was the night before New Year's Eve. It was about 10:30 at night, and she was coming out of the bathroom, and I just so happened to be standing right there. I don't even remember what I was doing, but
I was in
she
bed.
was just,
Yeah.
she couldn't move. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, I can't move. I can't feel my legs. Somebody's holding my legs down. I was like, there's nobody. What are you talking about? I was very confused.
She
But the
told
poor
me she
woman-
was pulling. Someone was pulling on
She felt
her
like somebody was pulling her leg down. She couldn't
through
move
the
it.
floor.
And she was going through a stroke. It was like right then and there. It was so weird. She was slurring her
It was
words.
Yeah.
It was, she couldn't move.
And she speaks Greek, so it's not easy to interpret what she's saying.
Well, for the ambulance, they came out. They were trying to talk to her. I was trying to interpret. It was just a lot going on.
The
But
bottom line is she survived. She's doing great.
yeah, her
She's on
right
the
side,
mend.
her right side. So her stroke was on the left side of the brain. Her entire right side has been affected. And I just want to say thank you to Abington Hospital, Jefferson, Abington. They're like a big part. They're like buying everything. But Abington, Jefferson over here in Lansdale, thank you so much for saving my mom, and thank you so much for taking care of her. She was in
And a
really
shout
the
out to
best
the
hands.
EMS people that came, the
Yes.
the
They
police
carried
officers
her
that
right
came.
down the steps.
It was unbelievable.
So quickly. It was really, thank God. Thank you. And also to Bayada. These are the nurses that are helping my mom right now recover. So they were also out here after my mom had her hip surgery, and they really got her walking again.
They did.
She was doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and the nurses there. I mean, Ron, Amy, Kelly. Shout out to these people. Thank you so much.
God bless them.
God bless them.
God
And
bless
I know that she's she's tough. She's tough. So she's really moving along. But if it wasn't for you guys,
And she tells you how tough she is. Just going to let you know.
yeah.
She reminds you how tough she is.
Yes, she does. She's been through a lot.
That
but-
she's lived through
so
a lot.
thank you very much to Abington, and thank you very much to Bayada for taking care of my mom. And I really think that she's going to be okay. So that's the good news. So I would like to continue with talking about a few things. It is the new year, so I want to talk about some fashion trends.
Oh, yeah? What
Yeah.
about?
Well, there's a lot. And I want to talk about some changes that are going on, which are exciting. But before we get into all that, let's talk about where we went the past couple of days. So we haven't been out because of my mom. So she spent like
And it's the
almost a
new
week.
year, and, we got to give the restaurants a chance to recuperate from...
Yeah, but we were like for a whole week I was spent in the hospital with my mom. So
True.
I had she was in the hospital for New Year's Eve. So I had absolutely no Gephi, to do anything. Like
What was
no
that word?
Gephi. It's a Greek word.
Greek word
Greek word of the day. There we
Gephi?
go. Gephi means like
Energy?
like enthusiasm, joy, passion for life. I had none of that.
Gephi.
Gephi. Kefi. Gephi. And
Pronounced
us Greeks,
G, but it's K, just to
no,
let
it's
you know.
Kefi.
Yeah.
Kefi,
Okay.
not Gephi. Kefi. So I had none of that. No Gephi whatsoever. With my mom being in the hospital, and the first day she woke up, she couldn't even move her right arm. So we spent New Year's Eve,
In the hospital.
in the hospital.
Yeah,
So,
it's okay. It happens.
but listen, it happens. Thank God she's alive. Some
And
people
shout
don't
out
make
to
it
all
through
the
that.
workers at the hospital. God bless them. I don't know how they do this.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do this job.
Yeah.
God bless
My
you.
nephews and my niece, they're
all nurses, right?
they're all
Three of them.
RNs,
Yeah.
all three of them. So, thank you for your service.
I don't know how you do this job. God bless you.
I mean, I was in there and I
People
couldn't-
are miserable. They're not
They're in
happy.
pain.
They're in the worst place they want to be, and you put a smile on your face,
Yeah,
and that's
so
amazing.
thank you very much to all those out there. So we finally got a chance to go out, and we just went out literally the past couple of days,
Yep.
and we experienced some fantastic.
Oh God,
Okay.
that's all I think about.
So we went to a new place in
Hamilton, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey
Yep.
called Raza's.
Raza, Razas.
Raza's, and it's a funny thing is that the wife, the owner, is Greek. She is from
Of course.
Thessaloniki,
Listen,
which is
of
only
course,
like
of
an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Yanina, which is where I'm from. She's the family's absolutely incredible. Very,
Nikki,
very.
right?
Her name is
Very
Nikki.
nice. Very
His
beautiful
name is
lady,
Syed.
very nice.
Very, very nice people. But besides that, I mean, you could be as nice as you want. If your food is not good, if your staff is not good, there's so many things that, and I honestly think that after all of this time and all these things that we've been doing for the past almost 2 years now, I think I'm becoming a critic.
What do you mean?
I've literally it's not just like doing it anymore for like the fun, and I'm going through these foods and these dishes and these plates, and I'm trying to find things wrong with them.
Not at Razas.
Not at Razas.
How about when we walked in? It was
Not at Razas.
happening. The DJ, the people. I said, what are you open, 10 years? He goes, try 2 months.
Yes, it's a brand new place, and
It was packed.
and the motif, everything is from like Restoration Hardware.
Oh, right.
Right?
He explained to me, he says, the boots are made with
Alligator, ostrich
boots, alligator ostrich
it's
boots.
so cool.
It's unbelievable.
Guys,
he said the
it's really
lighting,
great.
all the fixtures, Restoration Hardware. I said, really? He
I
said,
was very impressed when we walked in there.
Yeah?
I was like, oh shit. And it's really a big, large restaurant.
yeah.
So,
a monster bar.
it was very, very
It was
beautiful inside.
packed.
It was packed.
I couldn't believe it was
Beautiful
gone.
inside. But
I said,
then,
you don't need us.
so, but then when we sat down, I was like, all right, let's see what they got. Let's see what they can bring out here. And honestly, we've been doing this a long
The
time.
bone marrow. He brought out a bone marrow.
Usually when you order bone marrow, it's a delicacy, right? So there's not that much meat in there. You get a very little bit. And what it is, it's that like inside
juice.
of the
It's
bone
like a
marrow.
juice,
It's
yeah.
actually extremely healthy for you. I know it may sound disgusting, but it melts in your mouth. This one was full.
It looked like
full.
a Fred Flintstone
Yes.
Brontosaurus
Yes.
bone.
Yes. It
I
was
couldn't believe what I was looking at.
It was
when they
so
brought it
good.
out, I said,
Yeah. And then they brought out a beet salad.
oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, but John doesn't usually eat too much vegetables. He's not like us. Like the Greeks eat a lot of vegetables. Like that's our cuisine.
Pasta, meat, and seafood. That's all I like.
So when the beet salad came out, he kind of looked at it and he's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Just taste it."
Oh, it was excellent.
Okay. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And he ate so much of it. I was like, okay, this is really good because
Yeah.
he will not eat beets. He ate almost the whole dish. I was like, hold up. Yeah. So that was really good. And then we had clams, and it had
A
some
special type of clam. It wasn't
Yes.
just clam
They
fusillo.
were-
It was their version.
but it was the juice was ridiculous. It wasn't your traditional like garlic, like chicken Pete's kind of thing, which I love chicken Pete's clams,
I'm
right?
a big fan of chicken Pete's.
Me too. But I'm just saying. I'm saying it was different.
Okay.
It was
their
very
spin.
different.
It was
Right.
their
It was their spin. So they had like the fennel in there, and they had that garlic, but it just tasted so different.
All right, so let's move on to the steak. Listen, let's move on.
We're not done with the appetizers.
Let's move
You want
on
to move on to the
what
steak?
people need to hear about. So it's a new restaurant. There's a lot going on. It's packed. I mean, literally, folks, it's packed. I was in shock. And then I found out it was only open a few months.
And they really have their shit together, because usually restaurants that are only open for that short period of time, like they're still trying to figure things out. The staff, the waiters, the this.
No, they
the
were
that.
on the ball.
They were on the ball.
Yeah,
The
they were on
food
the ball.
came out right away.
Yep.
The tables around
No, it was
us were
coming
all
out
happy.
as we're ordering. I don't understand what was happening. I mean,
Yeah, no, it was-
we weren't waiting for food.
But even the table next to us, so we
they
can't
spent
usually.
the night there. They I think they closed the place down.
But they kept ordering things, and when they did, it was they just were coming
What about
out.
the steak? What about the dry aged steak? I had?
Well, tell them about it.
Okay, so listen, this is important. I'm a big steak guy. I had a prime aged ribeye. The waitress never asked me how I wanted it. I have a certain way.
And I could tell because, John, you were like looking worried, like my steak's going to come
Yeah.
out. He was worried that it was going to come out too cooked and all that. And I could see his nervousness, but he was satisfied. You were satisfied with the appetizers.
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
he was
I
kind of like,
I was
okay,
content. I was
even
content.
if the steak doesn't come out good, you
So
know.
the steak came out, and it was black and blue. Now that's a version. That's a term that's used in the culinary world. Pittsburgh rare, black and blue. It means it's really, really rare. The chef never asked me how I wanted it. That's how he served
Well, the
it to me.
waitress never
Forget about
asked
the
you.
chef, the wait doesn't matter. It came out the way I asked for it, like they read my mind. I had to ask for the chef to come
Well,
out.
that's the way steak traditionally should be eaten. However, if you ask for it well done, obviously they're going to do a perfect job of getting it well done and medium, however you eat it. But the taste is, they say that when you order it like that, that's when you really
Listen,
get
we
the
do
taste,
this a
especially when
lot.
it's fresh like that.
And we do this a lot.
We do
and
this a lot.
I don't eat all the time.
Guys, we do this a lot. I'm telling you, I'm becoming a critic.
And
I hate to
I
say
ate
that.
the whole steak. I almost wanted another one.
I hate
couldn't
to say
believe
that
it.
I am becoming a critic, but
You're becoming a food snob, not a critic.
it's
You're
not
becoming
even
a food
no,
snob.
it's not no, because I can actually go to a pizza shop. We went to a pizza shop a few weeks
in
ago
Doylestown, yeah.
in Doylestown, and
Yeah.
it was fabulous. So it's not that. It's just
So we go back to this. The steak was perfection. I didn't ask for black and blue. I didn't ask for Pittsburgh rare. I even took a picture to show on the Philly Food Fanatic how perfectly cooked.
If you
the
guys
steak
don't
was.
follow the Philly Food Fanatic, please do so, and you will see everything we talk about here, discuss here, restaurant part of it, the food part of it.
The place
will be
had a
on
big
there.
parking lot. It had a DJ going on. The bar was packed. There
It
wasn't
was
a
such
seat
a fun
to be
place.
had.
It really was. I would love to go back there.
Oh, we're going back.
We're definitely going back.
Like Kramer. Oh, we're going back.
I had the halibut, and it was the piece.
Now, how big was that?
Go onto your Instagram.
Now, this
and
is
you
not
can
an
actually see it.
advertisement for them. I'm just talking about where we were.
Yeah.
And how great the food was.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, food, fashion is my passion. So this is what we talk about here.
Film, food, and fashion.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So I do want to get a couple things done and out of the way before we go on to that. I do want to talk about the fashion trends. Oh, wait a minute. Before we even talk about the fashion trends, besides Roz's was excellent. What was that dessert I had? Because I've never had anything like it, and I do have to talk about it.
Sfidel?
It was a strawberry shortcake, but nothing like a
Sfidel
strawberry
is an
shortcake.
Italian dessert. You would know it as a lobster claw, but Italians know it
It
as
was so
Sfidels.
ridiculous. I've never had
It was
anything like
freshly
it.
made.
It was fresh, but it had some kind of a cream. It wasn't cheese. It wasn't whipped cream. It was a combination of like regatta cheese and whipped cream, and it was so good. And it
Now,
had
can
like
I
this.
say this?
It had this like caramel, orange. I don't know. It was just so ridiculous. It was so good.
Let me interject here. I'm a gluten-free person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've come to find out I have an allergy to gluten.
Everybody knows.
Right. But
He was like,
I
I can't. I have to
persevered. I ate. the
I was like,
Sfidel.
he saw my face because I'm not like I usually have like one bite of the dessert.
I
I
paid for
didn't
it later
leave.
on,
I was
but-
like licking the plate.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's that good.
It was that good.
So
I paid for it later on, but it was sick.
It was, and all his ingredients are super fresh. I mean, these people take such pride in what they do. They live there. I mean, he said, "This is my home. I'm here 24/7."
True.
And
you
you
can
know,
tell.
you can tell.
The
They
DJ
just-
is pumping out like 80s and 90s dance music. The bar is packed. It's
yeah, and they only have that on the weekends. I think Fridays and Saturdays.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah. So, if you want to check that place out,
The
please
parking
go.
lot,
It's
plenty
great.
of places to park. You know, parking is tough these days going to a restaurant. You got to be concerned about where you're going to park.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Listen, we went to, I'm not going to name any places, but we ended up paying $65 for a valet.
Oh, I
So
was so mad.
that was tough.
I was so
I
mad.
know, John got so mad. He was like,
I was so mad.
but, and then we went to DePaul's for your birthday.
Now, talk about
Free valet.
Free valet.
Free valet at DePaul's.
in Ardmore, PA,
Yes.
is an Italian steakhouse that
It
is
is one of our
second to
favorite.
none.
It's one of our favorite. That place is great. Never had a bad meal there, ever.
And they have free valet. You pull up, the guy's happy to meet you. He takes your car, he moves it away. Ah, you don't realize how exciting it is, especially on the main line in Philadelphia. There is no parking
it's
anywhere.
very
You know where the
congested.
parking is? In your driveway. That's where the parking on the main line is, in your driveway. Otherwise, there's frenetic women and men looking for spots along Lancaster
Oh yeah,
Avenue. Come on.
And they will, and the mainliners. I mean, believe me, I was one of them. I mean, they will cut you right off. Like you'll be like
They
having your
don't
turn
give
signal.
a shit about you. All they care about
it's
is
their
what
world.
they're doing
We're just
and where
living
they're
in it.
going. They're busy. They have things to do.
It's true. It's very true. So yeah, the fact that you just pull up, hand over your
Oh,
keys,
my
and pay
God.
nothing, that was fabulous. And we went there
I mean,
last
give the guy a
night.
good tip, but still.
Of course. I mean, look, tips are just. I mean, we don't even
And the
count
service
that
at
anymore.
the polls and the way Anthony runs this operation. It's
And
a
he's going to be on my
standalone
podcast very
steakhouse, folks.
soon, and I can't wait for him to be on
It's
my
not
podcast.
Ruth Chris. It's not a major brand. It's a standalone that can't be beat in
Fabulous.
Ardmore, Pennsylvania. The restaurant is second to none. Anthony DePaul is a genius.
He really
From
is.
his chef to his wait staff to the prime rib that I had to
It really
the
is.
drinks
The food is just
to the
unbelievable.
ambiance to the free valet
Even the
parking.
Brussels sprouts, like
yeah.
we've had Brussels sprouts
I
as
don't
a
eat them.
side order.
Yeah.
I know, but you had them last
I
night.
had
yeah.
half of the dish.
I mean, just this tiniest little things, like everything is just perfectly made. The Brussels sprouts, we had the crispy Brussels sprouts, we had the octopus,
Mushrooms.
and I'm a big picky person when it comes to octopus. You know that.
Yeah, always.
Like
Candy.
I'll drive all the way to Astoria, New York, Cyclades or Stamantes to get like a good octopus because I'm Greek.
Well, how
so
about Tio Pepe's?
we go to Tio Pepe's. That's a Portuguese restaurant.
but they make
But
great
yeah, they have
octopus.
great octopus. So I'm very picky. And when I ordered the octopus, John was like, "Do you really want to order the octopus here?"
I even said that actually.
And
And
because
was-
he know, and I was
was I
like, "Yeah,"
surprised?
because I was kind of looking. I'm becoming a food critic. It's horrible. And I was like, "Yeah, let me see what he can do with octopus."
Oh my god, it was so good. It was
We
like
ate the
melting
whole
your
thing.
mouth.
We ate the whole thing.
I know.
It's like wood fire octopus. It's like that's how they cook
And
it.
I got the camera out. I'm taking pictures, and people are looking like, "What is going on?" Right?
I know,
Right?
I know, but they people are fun now. People just there you get those very few people.
We're
that
on the
don't.
second story of the restaurant.
Yeah,
right?
it's
We're
beautiful.
looking over the main level.
Yep,
It's beautiful.
yeah, it's a really nice place.
Anthony,
and
do you hear this? I know you're watching. Do you hear this, Anthony? I'm telling you how much I love your restaurant.
we do. We love you a lot, Anthony. Thank you for having us, and he is going to be on my podcast soon.
Shortly, yeah.
So in a couple weeks, and I can't wait to have him because he does have a fabulous story to tell, and it wasn't easy for him to do what he does. He works very hard at it. So we're happy to be a part of that whole just the whole thing that he's got going on. It's just fabulous. And the other thing about Anthony is that he's super trendy. He's super
Oh, his
fashion.
outfits? Forget
He's
about it. I know.
always
He looks
so
great.
awesomely dressed.
He's got these great blazes,
Yeah, he does.
and he's got a
he
good
always
look
looks
to him.
so great, and
He always has that look like, I'm watching. You
yeah,
know, I
and he
know, I
always
know.
has this look like, how some people look like they're trying too hard, or that he just looks like it's natural.
Yeah.
Like I think he just has he's naturally
He's good
classy
looking.
person.
He's Italian. Just gonna let you know that.
Italian. Oh my
Italian.
God, here we go.
And he's got great food, man.
He does have great food. I will say that. But a lot of the fashion trends now for 2025 have shifted.
Really?
So yes, so I do want to talk about that. It's no longer, and this is going to be hard for me because a lot of my wardrobe is loud. A lot of my bags have like Louis Vuitton written all over them, or Gucci, or the big Chanel. And the styles right now for 2025 are subtle. So it's maybe towards like the Bottega Veneta kind of look, or the Celine, Tod's, where the names are not like plastered on there. It's more of a subtle look. The clothing, same thing. So it used to be like the half tucked in, half out style was really in. Now it's all tucked in. A nice belt. Belts are really in. So the accessories are coming back, guys. So folks, bring them back out. The large accents and jewelry are coming back, which is great because this is what trends do. They come back, they go out, they come back, then they go out, which is good. And you don't have to be one of those people that follow the trends. If you want to go out there and wear your Louis Vuitton bag and have it nice and loud, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that because I'm probably going to do the same because I don't know if I can afford new bags at the moment.
Definitely the same.
So I can't go out and buy
Our
those
closet
bags.
looks like Saks Fifth Avenue.
So listen, it is what it is. But subtleness is coming back, guys. So and also like jewelry like Constantino. We just got some jewelry from Constantino. They are actually Greek too. He's Greek. He's a Greek artist.
Of course.
But he has some accent pieces that are just really, really nice.
Well, the chain's beautiful. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
But yeah, so there are some really, really
you very
nice
much.
pieces that are out. Pull out your accent pieces that you've had hidden away. They're the better. The bigger, the better with the jewelry.
So
now.
the gaudier, the better. Is that what you know?
Well, not gaudy, but just the accent pieces are coming out. Now we're going to be going to some shows.
Yes.
We're going to be going to New York. We're going to be going to Vegas. We're going to be going to a lot of these shows. I
have some restaurants lined up in Vegas.
Yes.
Yep,
So we're going to be showcasing a lot of that, and I'll come back with more trends. And guys, for those who are like makeup junkies like me, I've been a makeup junkie for probably my whole life.
She's turned her daughter into a makeup junkie.
Listen, it's out. It's out. It's out. It's not trendy for 2025.
Angie has to lock her bathroom door.
So for 2025, the trends are, products minimalist. Clean out your drawers, throw away the products that are old. Don't keep anything that's, obviously it's not good for you either to keep, those products that are in there that are old. You really should, especially like mascara and things like that, because they build up bacteria and things like that. Yeah. So you should really be frequently getting rid of that kind of stuff. But junkies are not, it's not in anymore. Minimalist is in. So if you do need to go, what I suggest is go to the people that know what your skin needs. So Saks Fifth Avenue, the girls there, they've been there a long time. They generally know what they're selling there. They know.
Weren't you working with some people like from the news, and they would come in?
Yes.
And they were like, "How do you know?"
Yes. So listen. You want expert advice. You want to get rid of all your stuff. And I'm a culprit of it. So I'll have like this for this, this for this. But if you really work with somebody that knows what they're doing, they will sell you a line, a brand, whatever it is. They will sell you something that works for your skin. So you don't need to have 50,000 products. And I'm a culprit of it. I have 50,000 products. But you know what? We don't need all that. You really don't. So sit down with somebody who's an expert that knows what they're doing and clean out your makeup closet. Clean out your skincare closet and find a brand that works well for your skin. It's all about being minimal in 2025. It's good for the environment. It's good for everything. And clutter is not good in many ways. You need, like, your brain needs to, I know when I clean out my closet, and I usually do around this time of year, I always feel like a whole nother person, right? So let's do that. I mean, that is what's in. Try your Celine's bags, your Tod's, your Bottega Veneta. Even the Chanel bags, they're really nice. And some of them are subtle. Like, they don't have the big Chanel things on there. So that's in right now. Don't throw away the other ones, because they're going to come back. Trends always come in and out. That's the way it goes. And lastly, I do want to talk about my book signing. So my first book signing is going to be at the Doylestown Bookshop on Main Street in Doylestown. And I'm super, super excited about it, guys. This was my first book, The Queen of Linens, and I am a #1 bestseller in Amazon. And for me, that's a huge deal. For some people, it's not. For me, it is. This
Very
is a huge
impressive.
accomplishment
Very
for me. I just got these books in from my publisher that actually have the badge on there, bestseller. So please come out if you can. It's on January 18th from 1 to 3 in Doylestown, and Philly Food Fanatic will be there. He'll be taking some pictures, and it's going to be an honor for me to have you guys come and me sign your book. And it'll be I'll treasure it forever. That day will be seriously important for me. Bless you.
Sorry.
Seriously important for me.
Season the truth. There you go. Right?
Yes. And I also want to make another announcement that we are going to be changing our name. And this is pretty huge. I had to think about it very much before I did it. And it just makes sense. So the name is going to be changed to Film, Food, and Fashion Are My Passion. And the reason why I'm doing that is because food and fashion is my passion. However, film is a lot. Movies are just so much a part of my life and John's life. Like John, I have never met anyone who is so knowledgeable when it comes to film. I truly tell him all the time, you belong in Hollywood. I mean, the names, the directors, the producers. I mean, he's very, very involved with film. Like, he just doesn't watch a movie like the normal person does. You know, we watch movies, we try to get away, we try to like leave all our worries behind. He is just so like, okay, who did that and where did that come from? And he knows so many things about movies that the average Joe doesn't know. So I do want to talk about film. And I want to bring that into the podcast because it's going to be fun and it's going to be knowledgeable for the audience. And now
you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will be great. Food, fashion is my passion is now becoming film, food, fashion are my passion. So we will be changing that. And I would like to announce that I am the Philly film fanatic.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram. We don't really have much up at all now, but we just created
What
it.
was it again?
The Philly film fanatic.
Pretty cool.
Yes, the Philly food fanatic, the Philly film fanatic, and we will talk about films. I mean, all kinds of genres. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So that's great, and I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year. And do you have anything else you want to say, John?
No. Thanks for watching.
We have a lot of good things coming up, guys. So a lot of new places.
A lot of new restaurants.
Yes. And like I said, and we're going to be at Cure. We're going to be at Cure Salon.
In Ardmore?
Yes, in Ardmore. And she has another one in Chestnut. That's coming up. We're going to be, our next podcast also is going to be at Raza's.
Yes.
So you guys will get to see how fabulous that place is. And also Anthony DePaul's in Ardmore. So we got a lot of things coming up. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for, your comments, and we always love the feedback. Please do not stop doing that. We really take all your feedback in consideration.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and Happy New Year, and everybody be safe. Thank you.